The Nightcap Chat Podcast. Your home for pop culture related nonsense. Only on the Nightcap Chat Network. Grab your nightcap and settle in. Here are your hosts.
And welcome back to Nightcap Chat, the pop culture podcast. Today, I have no idea what we're talking about because Steve is surprising us. I'm Blade O'Neill.
I'm Ken Brown.
I'm Lance O'Neill.
And I'm Steve O'Neill. Good to be with you, everybody.
And of course, before we dive into it, I just want to thank everyone for taking the time to listen, like, share, and subscribe, and put up with all of our falling off. Without you guys, we wouldn't have a podcast. Sorry, September was just crazy. Labor Day, and then I just forgot. Like, I'm not even kidding. My wife's birthday. Lots of things going on. But we're here. Spooky month is upon us. We're going to do this episode, and I'm really I always love our Halloween episodes, and I'm trying to come up with something good for you guys. And maybe we'll talk about this amongst ourselves after Nightcap Chat.
Oh my gosh, was the episode where Ken and me and you making the...
That was a year ago.
Were we making how that was a year ago?
That was a year ago.
I can't believe it.
You
It
just
seems like
blew
it was
my
like
mind.
3 months ago or something, 2 months ago. What?
Wait, are you positive that was last Halloween? That wasn't like Valentine's Day or something?
No,
because
it was
seemed like it just happened.
It was, we were making black cat cookies because we were going to carve
Yeah.
pumpkins, and we were like,
Gosh.
this is going to be too much. And we decorated black cat cookies instead. And I actually bought pumpkin carving things for it, and I never used it. So I returned them, but I kept one set.
Yeah, you're right.
I
Because I remember
can't
listening in the
believe
car.
that was a year ago. That's insane.
Yep. Time just flies by.
Wow.
It's mind-blowing.
Was it Ken made the Venom cat, or was it me? I don't even know.
Gosh, dude, I think I made a
See.
venomized cat. Right? Did I do the venomized cat?
I have no idea.
And if you did anything other than a venomized anything, I don't think you did it right. It has to be some
I
sort
think
of
it
symbiote
was-
cookie. Or
And it
something
wasn't
like that.
venomous. It was symbiotic.
Yeah,
something
symbiote
like that.
cookie. Yeah, it seems like you.
Very nice. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, and I did obviously I did black cat
Yep.
theme, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
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 Wow.
Am I too predictable?
Yeah.
No, you're charming.
Oh.
So yeah, now that I've blown everyone's mind that it's been 1 year since last Halloween,
Wow.
we are here. So Steve, I mean, I don't know where to take this because I don't know where we're going.
Yeah. That's cool. So I'll set it up here and I'll softball it. This I have one example of myself, and then you guys can go on from here. So I listened to another show and another podcast with this celebrity group of people on a TV show that I think it's my favorite show of all time, and it's about Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And they brought up an episode where one of them gets chloroformed. And one of the guys on the show goes, I always wanted to get chloroformed. I want to know what it feels like. So then they started talking about wild things that aren't realistic that you want to do. So for example, one of them had always wanted to kick in a door. Have any of you ever kicked in a door before? Like
No.
like you see in the movies. Have you ever kicked in a door?
I don't think so.
Okay,
Yes,
see,
I
neither
have.
have I. So they started talking about their dream lists, and I'm not going to say any more of theirs because I don't want to steal in case you guys have some, but I have theirs. I can tell some of them are really funny. But I have a list of them that I have always wanted to do. And before this topic came up on this other show, Sarah already knew about it because I talk about it all the time. My number one, and I can't explain why, for 20 years, I have always wanted so badly to drive a car full speed through like a field of corn. Just how satisfying it would be to just, like if I took my Jeep and just drove through a fully beautiful field of corn, just mowing down corn, it seems super satisfying. The other one I have is also car related. Most of mine are. I want to escape a car that's sinking underwater really, really badly.
Why?
I've always
Why do you
wanted
want to be in
a
that
car that's
situation?
sinking and try to get out of a car while it's sinking.
That's
so
terrifying.
my list is it's not a list. It's just sort of a topic. It could be movie related. It could be anything. Is there anything that you guys have ever really, really wanted to do that's not super realistic to do? So if you have one jumping right out, if not, I could maybe tent pole some for you because they had a bunch of really funny ones and I laughed a lot.
Just so you know, I just want to comment on your top one there. Are you sure you weren't like, you don't want to be a farmer or something? Because, they do plow fields all. So it sounds like that's something you'd want to do all day long. So
No. You're misunderstanding. When I drive down the 303 and I see that cornfield on the side over by where that fake, little baby is. I don't know if you guys, this is an Arizona reference. Yeah. I just so badly want to pull over and just drive right through the center of it. And then just get right on like Greenway and go home. Something inside of me makes me want to drive through a beautiful cornfield and just mow it down with the front of my car. Kind of like in Ghostbusters, they drive through wheat, right, Ken? And it's really cool. Yes. But something, I just want to do it. Like, give me that opportunity. I'll pay. Charge me Disney ticket, I'll do it. I just want to do it.
I'm still brainstorming because I haven't thought of. I don't know if you guys have thought of anything. Just jump in. I thought of something I have done. Yeah. It's not as fascinating as driving through corn, I think, but you ever see like memes of like people doing like silly things? You're like, oh, that'd be so funny to do that. Like, I try to do those things. So I saw this meme online. It's like next time you go grocery shopping and you're bored because sometimes we're indecisive, like go stick things in people's carts. So there's been a few times now where I have put trying to think of the most appropriate way of saying this. Contraceptives in people's carts, along with lubricants. Just while they're not looking, just boop, and then just walk away. Just see what happens. So that's something I've done at least a few times now.
This is more than once.
Yes.
You scratched the itch, but it was so bad that you had to do it multiple times.
It's a rush. Like in that moment, you're like, are you going to get caught? And like your heart's racing. And they're like, okay, go.
This is exactly how like people steal. And then once they get away with it, they want to keep stealing. Because
yeah. Kind of like, yeah.
What did you say, Ken?
It's like Impractical Jokers.
I was just going to say, exactly. Okay. They take things out, and this is kind of fun. Putting in nonsense like that is pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of got not exactly the same type of story with like grocery store type of things, like what's not stealing, but you're trying to get something that's not for sale. Have you seen like, the display fixtures, like say for action figures or things that you think look really cool, and there's only like one or two left on there, or maybe 3 or 4 at the most? What I do sometimes is I'll buy all 4 figures and then put the display in the cart.
Oh yeah.
Go through the checkout and see if they let me get through the checkout. And if they do, I just keep on going. And I keep on like, it's almost like you're doing Mission Impossible, leaving the grocery store, leaving the Walmart, or leaving the Target.
That's why we have some of the Guinness stuff in our bar. The security
guard says, what are you doing with that? And then I'm going, no one's ever said it once. And I said, okay, cool. It's like they've even looked at the receipt, looked at the cart, and just let me go out. I'm going, then when you're out there, you're kind of going, you just pulled the biggest heist.
The fact that you called it a heist is incredible.
You got that cardboard.
Exactly. It's the most worthless thing ever, but it's hilarious.
All of Drawn to Comics pulls like an Ocean's 11, and they're watching cameras and blocking things out with lasers so that he could walk out with a Marvel, like, DVD
action
case?
Figure display.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, man. I've done similar things to that a couple of times. That's why I have like an empty HeroClix singles box because there was like 1 or 2 left. So like, well, I'm buying the rest of them. So I kept the box. Star Wars Destiny, some of the Guinness signs that I have. I was like, look, it's attached. You attach this decoration to this 12-pack, and I'm buying the 12-pack. Okay, yes.
Hey.
I
see Lance over here really pondering.
I really can't think of. You guys do all these things at grocery. I don't do anything at a grocery store.
I shop there, by the way.
Yeah, right. Like it's crazy.
They live different lives than we do.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah. By the way, I guarantee you that this is not a grocery store where Blade is doing this. It's your Target.
I've done it. Yes, I've done it at Target too.
Yeah. Right,
so
and I'm pretty sure they allow it.
Target and something randomly appears in your cart, it's probably him.
It's probably from Blade. It doesn't matter what Target you're in. It was Blade. He somehow got over there. You're like the Santa. You just sneak around and you put stuff in there. So here's another one that they brought up, and I thought this one was wildly funny. And I'm not going to lie, it made me want to try it in a safe environment, and that would be sinking into quicksand. So they started talking about sinking into quicksand, and then they were doing the realistic thing about looking into what that would actually take to do it. And it's pretty much fictional. There is quicksand, but it's not like what you've seen in the movies. It's watery sand, and it does have a solid base. But sinking into quicksand is another one that they chose, which made me laugh because I have never thought about it or cared to do it. But that was on someone's list. Kicking in a door, being chloroformed.
Cartoons make you think quicksand's going to be a bigger problem as an adult than than it actually was.
Oh, yeah, probably.
I would love to do either of those things, by the way. Kick in a door or quicksand, sign me up. Jump through a window.
Do you think you could kick in a door? Like, look, so we have single panel doors that are called hollow.
Door.
Okay, here's the thing. Are you talking about a house built in Arizona? 1,000% yes, I'll kick in the door.
Okay, because it's hollow. It's hollow.
Because it's probably a piece of garbage door. Now you're talking about something like the Northeast that could be like a 200-year-old thick oak wood door. Yeah, I don't think so.
Oak is nice. I like that.
Yeah, like a generic door that you get at Home Depot for like nothing. Yeah, I'll kick that in every time.
Have you guys ever broken a window to get into a place? Like actually break the glass? Here, like you lock your keys in or something, you know, whatever. You ever broken a window to get in anywhere? I haven't.
I've used a credit card to break into a door.
So you've used the credit card thing and it worked?
Yep.
Yeah, I've done that like a million times.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are you a klepto creep or do you always lose your keys? What doors are you opening more than once?
No, it's just like when you're a kid, you're like, look, I can just get into this door.
Wait, so you did this as a kid and it worked?
Yeah. It's the easiest thing to do.
I saw my dad do it one time and he had a meltdown when the credit card snapped in half. And I was like, I'm never doing that again.
You don't use a good, you always have a bad credit card that you use it for.
I had one that worked great and I kept it and it was like, it had like an indentation on it because it was the one I always used to get into doors.
Do any of you guys or listeners ever get the real, like, I don't know why mine is obsessed with cars. I spend way too much time driving for my job. So you ever driving on the freeway and you see an empty truck that's meant to be towing cars and it's got the ramp.
You want to fly over it? Oh, yeah.
Lance, I want to drive up the back of one so bad at 70 miles an hour. Like, put down the gate and let me drive right up. I just want to see how far I can get. Do I roll off the side? Does it keep going? Do I have to like immediately slam on the brakes? I want to try it though. With a helmet.
The helmet.
And in a rental car.
I'm talking like, I know I'm going to be okay. I'm going to do it. You know what I mean? Right? Like I'm not talking about risking my life here, right?
Maybe that's what gets you off. You really want to put your life in the hands of your driving abilities. I don't know. That's what makes this interesting. We kept on talking about stuff that we want to do, and I just want to drive a car on the back of a ramp.
Ken's got one.
So how about like in Smoking the Bandit? Once again, we're going to talk about Trans Ams because that just seems like another trope that Ken can always talk about is Trans Ams. In Smoking the Bandit, it actually was in Smoking the Bandit and also in Christmas Vacation, where he gets stuck in between the wheels of the tractor trailer heading down the freeway. And then seeing whether or not you can actually do that in real life if the tractor trailer was there and high enough and maintaining the right speed so you don't get ran over by the tractor trailer or you see something in the road while you're under the trailer that freaks you out and you got to more or less do evasive action to get out from under the tractor trailer before you're dead.
You know, as a kid, I always wanted to take a Corvette and drive underneath a tractor trailer.
That's okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking of.
As an adult, I don't because I think I'm like, that's just ridiculous kind of a thing. Because like there's plenty of times I've seen Corvettes passing. I'm like, man, you might your roof on, you might make that. Like, obviously it's not worth it, but you might make that. And I think they did that in one of the million Fast and Furious movies. Yeah. But yeah, that's definitely something that's crossed my mind multiple times.
Speaking of vehicles, you know, I recently got to ride in a Humvee, which was cool, but I mean, it's not a big deal, but it made me think I would like to drive a tank and maybe like run some stuff over. Like that might be cool.
Yes.
Maybe
The
shoot
cool thing
it.
is tanks today, they do like 50 miles an hour. You have any idea how
Wow.
incredibly cool that would be? Oh
Yeah.
my God, it'd be amazing.
Yeah, I just thought of one.
There we go.
There we
wanna
go. Now
throw
we're
a
cooking.
I want to throw a hand grenade.
Yes. There
And
we
like
go.
I don't want to just throw one. Like I want like a good dozen that I can like experiment with. Like one I just want to throw as far as I can, right? Like high, just see what happens. Another one, like I want to like turn it into like baseball. You know what I mean? Like
Okay, wait, hold on
I'm
a
gonna
second.
throw a pitch or a curveball with a grenade. Like, I just want to see like how it works. You know what I mean?
Wait, let me up that, Lance. Let me ask you this one, because I have thought about this before too. Now, you're way better than me, so maybe this will work. What if you had a grenade and a baseball bat, and you got to take the thing off, toss it, and hit it like just do it. Now, the problem is if you miss, you are freaking dead. But if you make connection off of a self-toss,
I'm worried if I make connections, it can just
It's gonna
explode.
blow up too, wouldn't it?
I don't think that they blow up like that, or else that's not how they work.
But I mean, you're
If
talking.
How
they're not super
hard you're
sensitive.
hitting,
You're
how hard you're hitting,
yeah.
you might spark it. No,
You could be right. I've
I
never
don't know.
seen.
I have no idea. I've
Neither
never
do
seen
I.
anyone do it, so I don't know.
No.
I'd do it if you told me I'm going to survive.
Yeah, if they said there's 0% chance,
0%
give it a shot.
chance, I'll
I
do
can
it.
see you just like teeing off, like that's right, and then it just blowing up in the air in this glorious fashion,
You got to use a
or
wood
going
bat.
into my neighbor's house.
Just no aluminum bats, right?
Oh yeah, no, never.
No way.
Only wood.
just
Would
do
that-
By the way, just so you know, I just want to throw this out there. Never ever hit a watermelon with a baseball bat. Blade pitched me one time. It's the dumbest thing you'll ever try. Just don't.
Yeah,
do it.
you've brought that up before. I don't even remember doing this with you.
Did
First
it just
of
like
all,
split in half?
it exploded.
Oh,
Okay.
It sounds good.
Second of all, I was covered. Third, I guess you never really realize how much water a watermelon, who knew, right, actually has until you explode one with a bat, and then your bat gets waterlogged because of how much water. Like the bat was ruined. I was covered. It didn't even go anywhere. It
Are
was
you
just
sure it
exploded.
was me?
Yeah, you side tossed it to me. We went to the park in surprise of the house that you
were
had
adults?
earlier, and yeah, of course we were adults.
Is this when you were living with me or something?
It was when I just moved back to Arizona. We took the watermelon, went out, or it was when I came back on vacation one time. You got a watermelon. We were like, what are we gonna do with it? And we were just like, I think it maybe who knows, it could have been like starting to go bad or something. We just
I
blew it
don't
up
remember.
because I was like,
this.
because I'm pretty sure it was like one of those things. I was like, I always wanted to do this, and so we did it.
Wow. I don't remember.
The bat was
all.
ruined. Like it was just.
That's-
It had to have been.
That's
Yeah.
terrible. Oh man.
That's the only thing that sucks. So if you ever hit a watermelon, use a metal bat. Don't use a wood bat unless you don't want the wood bat anymore.
Ken, write that down.
Yeah, wood bat.
I actually, if nobody else has, I have something that I used to do as a child. That I shouldn't say a child, a teenager / young adult. When I was living in upstate New York, we would have deers in the backyard all the time. Deers, rabbits, whatever. And I have always wanted to jump out of a tree onto a deer's back and just wrestle it to the ground. That's always been a thing of mine. I don't know why. It's just, I don't know if it's like barbaric nature or something. But every time I saw one in the yard, I would sneak out the back of the house. There's like bushes by our house. And it was just like, it was on. I would sprint after the deer and they would take, and oh my gosh, it was so much fun. I don't know why I would do it, but there was this one time I was chasing a rabbit and I had him dead to rights. He was running through, he was about to run through our grapevine, and I knew that we had like a little net over it at the time because we had some problems with like squirrels and stuff. But there was rocks for drainage right underneath it. And I was like, oh, I should slide right into it and then just grab him and catch it. And I kind of hesitated. I was like, no, I know he'll get stuck. So maybe I'll just have enough time to run around and catch him on the other side. And sure enough, as I ran around, he got stuck, but then he ended up just running backwards to where we were. But if I just slid, I would have caught him. I don't know what I wouldn't have done anything to him. I probably would have just been like, yeah, and let him go. But I was like so mad at myself that I didn't do that. But yeah, I don't know. Do you guys not feel the same? Like, you never want to be in a tree and just be like, oh, there's a deer, and just end on it and just take it out? Like, oh my gosh, with your bare hands. Like, no weapons, just choke it out or something or whatever.
I'll go a slightly different way. I've always wanted to jump and land on the back of a horse, like you see, but I've never wanted to choke out said horse. I just want to land on it and ride it.
No, so. I just feel like that'd be so much. It'd just be exhilarating. I don't know. There's something about it. It's just like, yeah. I also love climbing trees, so I don't know. That's probably part of it too.
Zip lining?
I've done zip lining.
I haven't done it. And it's uncomfortable.
That's cool.
In like a harness, right?
It's just so uncomfortable. Like,
is that how you did it, Ken?
Yeah, it's like, I don't think we had a harness, dude. It's like this one's back.
This is when OSHA didn't exist.
Yeah, well, this is back in the 1900s still. Well, remember zip line? You grabbed onto the thing and you went over a lake and you held on as long as you could, or you make it across. If you don't, you just land in the lake.
If I could water ski, which I can't, I've tried multiple times to water ski and slalom ski and then the board, whatever it's called, wakeboarding. If I could, I would love so much to hit one of those ramps, in the water, those ones that are literally meant just for doing jumps and letting go and just like spread eagling and like cannonballing into the water. I just could never get up on a snowboard, a wakeboard or skis. But no, I never wanted to choke out a deer.
Oh my!
I kind of wanted to race a horse in the Kentucky Derby for some reason.
What do you mean, like ride it like a jockey?
Yes.
Or run next to it? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I want to race a horse.
Well, you said you wanted to race a horse at the Kentucky Derby. I didn't know what you meant. Like, damn, how fast do you do the 40, Ken?
Cool, dude. I want to get down like back when I was, in some kind of shape back in the 1980s, 90s, and get out of the blocks and see if I can beat a horse around the track.
I can see you limbering up before racing Seabiscuit. Like, all right, let's see where you're going with this.
Yeah, dude.
He's gonna be like the world's tallest jockey.
Oh yeah,
that's true, dude.
What about crowd surfing? Have you guys ever crowd surfed?
I would be there trying to snap the horse to get it to move, and the horse would be going, "What are you doing, dude?"
Wait, so in your theory, you'd be going so fast that you need to speed the horse up? Is that what you just said? Seabiscuit, you gotta go faster. Is that what you just said?
No, dude, the horse wouldn't move because it didn't know me. It's because I
thought you were saying
on the horse at Kentucky Derby.
Going too slow.
Yeah, and it's like that. I'm trying to get the horse to move out of the gate, and the horse would just be sitting there, like looking at me, like, "What the hell are you doing? You have no clue how to make me move." You know what I mean? It's just, it's a bad dream.
You guys,
just imagine like me trying to get the horse racing. The horses are all going around the track, and I'm there screaming at the horse, jump off the horse, get in its face, and say, "Go, horse, go!" And then the horse takes off, and I'm there like, "Oh shit, I got to be on the horse to win." Yeah. It's a stupid dream. I'm telling you, dude. It's a stupid dream.
See? It happens.
You can do it, man.
You have
I believe in you.
Yeah, dude. Horseback riding, not my thing. That's why I said it would be awesome to race a horse Kentucky Derby to actually be able to get the horse to go the way that you want to. That's what's magical about these horse races, dude. These people are gonna have such great relationships with the horses to get them to go that fast, that obediently around a track and win the Kentucky Derby.
Just throw down the gauntlet, Ken. Like, I'm gonna race you, my left speaker, or whatever their silly names are.
I love what you just did right now. When you listen back to us, you're going to like that little grunt that you made into the mic. I liked it.
Your animal talk, I was thinking about animals and stuff. So something I almost did. I don't know if I do it anymore now. And I don't know if I should even admit to almost doing it, but I guess it's okay because I didn't, right? I was really depressed and my friend took me to Arkansas just on a whim. To visit our other friend. We had a friend
Party HQ.
There.
Party HQ. Go ahead.
So I was like, I want to go cow tipping.
Before?
No, but my friend took me. And my friend took me cow tipping, and I was right there, right at the pen. And I was like, okay, so I just run out and do it, right? He's like, yeah, just if you hear something, like, be careful, there's a bull and he will chase you.
Yeah.
I said, there's a bull in that field right now. I'm like, yeah. I was like, okay, well, no, screw this. I'm not going then.
Smart move. That's why Nightcap Chat exists, because if not, you'd be dead.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't want to get
We did that.
Ridiculous.
wait, you went cow tipping, Ken?
Yeah, back when I was in high school, we went to Swirl Lake.
And you succeeded?
Well, we found the bull and we ran like shit. We ran like hell.
That's what they told me.
For real.
Yeah, because like the cows, they sleep standing up.
Yep.
And you just go and push them over, and like, this is awesome. The next thing you know is we heard this, and the thing hitting the ground, and we're going, run! Excuse my French. Dude, I never ran so fast in my life. And yeah, I did run track back in high school, but I think I hit the 4.5, 4.6 time running away from the bull, because you knew like that bull was coming from you. You weren't getting away.
Wow.
And yeah, dude, it was pretty fun, pretty crazy, but pretty fun. We didn't do it after that, obviously, but it was pretty hilarious. Nighttime, you can't do it during daytime because you hardly. That's the other scary part about it too, because at nighttime you don't really see, you hear. And you go to the cows thinking like that. I mean, cool. Oh my gosh, the cow fell over. And then you try to go to the next cow, but then all of a sudden we heard the bull snort, and you're going, shit, what was that? It's like, it's the bull. Let's go. And we just like booked out of there. Craziest, yeah, like running of the bulls moment I think you could ever get outside of Spain.
Stupid question. The cows literally just tip over and then get up and go on with their lives, right?
It's sometimes they can't get back up. That's the sad part. We didn't really think about back when we were in high school, but as I got older, and I go, cows are just kind of like, ah, it's like that. Sometimes they can get back up, and sometimes they just, I don't know if other cows help them up or what. But as I said too, it was 1989, 1990 circa.
This is such a great conversation.
Did you say ground beef? Is that what you just said?
Ground beef.
You're an idiot.
I didn't say anything. I was just.
You didn't just say ground beef?
No, I didn't.
Oh, it was just what I thought in my head.
I thought someone said that too. Ground beef.
Ground beef? I thought that's what you said.
No,
that's
I was
what,
imagining like the other cows, like with their hooves, helping up the other cows like they could.
And there's still a little baby calf just trying to get some milk.
Come on. Whoa.
Okay, since it's October, did you guys ever go around graveyards in high school?
No.
That's not. There's be a graveyard right nearby us too. We'd walk through the graveyards at night just to try to say, okay, is this as scary as it possibly can be? And usually it wasn't. It was just the kids kind of hanging out and shoot the shit and do your high school buddy things of hanging out and seeing if anything will scare you out in the graveyard. But nothing too out of the ordinary by hanging around graveyards at night.
Yeah.
Unless there's a bull there.
Yeah, listen to the bull, dude. That would be awesome. Bring the cows and the bulls to the graveyard.
To the graveyard? We're going to mix genres here.
Exactly.
I always think that doing this one thing is really stupid.
Yeah.
But if there's no repercussions for it, I think I would do it. And that's running out in the field during a baseball game.
Oh, I was gonna say that,
you.
but I was afraid to say it.
Like, I think it, like, whenever someone does something like, you're an idiot, you're gonna be banned from you're gonna go to jail, you're gonna pay a fine, and you're not gonna be allowed to the ballpark again. That's why it's stupid.
Right.
Now, I would do it in a second just to see how long I could last without getting caught. But like, that's it, right? But you guys all would do it, right?
Well, now, do you think you could? Now, my question with you then is, I think that your ego makes you think you could outrun all the security guards. That's what you think, right? You're going to just run laps.
No, I know I could run or outrun the security guards.
I told you. I started the sentence by knowing where Lance was going to go with this. So in your mind,
they're security guards half the time. They're like fat slobs standing out there.
Okay, cool, true. So in your mind, you're going to enter Fenway Park at right field, and you're going to run around the track, and no one's going to touch you. And that's
unless one of the baseball players run out there, then
intervenes
after me, then no.
Like Bobby Wagner. Are you streaking at this, or is it just regular close?
I'm not into streaking.
No. If I'm doing it, I'm streaking. If I'm getting away with it, I'm streaking.
That's a Blade thing. That's not a
I love that you said that. If you're going out, what's the guy who stormed the Academy Awards in like 2004? Soy Bomb. You remember he wrote soy bomb in like shoe polish on his chest, and people were wondering what the hell a soy bomb was? Just Google it, and it was all over the news the next day. What is soy bomb? And he ran over there and You made news.
Yeah, know what I would do? I'd run out there with my Nightcap chat shirt
I
on,
was hoping
and then
you were gonna
everyone's
say
going to
that.
say, what's Nightcap chat?
Follow us on, hey, the directions to Drawn to Comics on your...
It's on the back, it'll just say, #Lance is a genius, and then people...
Follow me to
Blazes just
5801 West Glendale Avenue on the corner of Glendale Avenue and 58th Avenue in downtown Glendale, Arizona.
Kobe! Nicely done, Blade. Yeah.
That's
So
funny.
I have always wanted to crowd surf. I don't like people touching me, but for some reason, I always thought that crowd surfing would be a lot of fun if there was no one grabbing my junk. And even if they were, maybe that's the game, and I'm okay with it. But I've always wanted to do that.
I went to see, oh gosh, what was the band? Sings AFI, and that guy crowd surfed, and we just left where he was, and I was glad because I was having an anxiety attack, and that was awful. Concert was good though, so I almost helped him crowd surf.
I saw one person crowd surf at a concert, and I can't remember who it was. I think it was Newfound Glory, and they dropped him. And he got up and made a joke about it and was like waving, and he crawled back on stage and then continued the song. So it doesn't always land like the movies, but it sounds kind of fun. Nobody else wants to shoot projectiles. He said throwing a grenade. What about an RPG?
Yeah. Shooting a rocket launcher or something would be cool, or mortar.
I like your tank idea. Driving a Humvee in the desert full speed would be pretty cool. Just like mowing over whatever like moguls are out there. That'd be kind of fun. Again, I always go back to cars. I don't know why. Mostly just because they're fun. But
the Humvee I was in was Scottsdale.
I think if I shot a rocket launcher, I'd want to shoot it at like a house. You know what I mean? Like that one where there's like people in it. Like you have a house, you put stuff in it, and I just want to see what happens to the house. You know what I mean? Like I just don't want to just shoot. Like I want to see the destruction.
You want to see you want to hit a target that's gonna.
Yeah, that's gonna be that is gonna be something that like I can be like, oh yeah, now I kind of have an idea of its destructive power in the real world, kind of a thing.
Right.
Not just like blowing up a tank or something, because it's like I never see a tank. So what does that mean to me? Nothing.
This is a little bit less exciting, but when people are jerks in real life, like at the grocery store or at the movie theater, I would love to, with total safety, just call them out. That might be up there right next to driving in a cornfield for me. Just like be really mean to people that are awful and then get away with it.
You're not mean to people who are mean to you?
More mean than I am now.
Okay.
And in movie theaters, it's a fair game. If you're on your phone in your movie theater and I'm there, get ready. Shit's going to get real. But it would be fun to just, I don't know, just to say the truth.
Oh, man.
And then drive away through a cornfield.
on the last episode of Nightcap Chat. Gosh, I probably shouldn't even admit this.
That's a good one.
We talked about the Dragon Ball Z movie, Dragon Ball Super movie. I had the ticket for the seat next to me, and I didn't return it because I wanted an empty seat because I didn't want to sit next to anyone. So I put my feet up on it, and the guy on the other side put his popcorn on it, and it made me unreasonably mad that he was using my seat. So I kept rubbing my foot on his popcorn.
Okay, well, hey, shit gets that's a good one. I like that.
I was being petty, but like I was.
See, he didn't know that it was your seat.
Yeah.
So he just thought it was a vacant seat. So if you had sat in it and then moved over, I don't know. People
I
suck
was
today,
adjusting it. I had my feet up in it. I kept adjusting it to how I wanted it. It was my seat.
I get what you're saying, but it was, to him, it's probably just a vacant seat because who would buy an empty seat?
You guys are right, and I acknowledge that is the most logical explanation, but I don't accept.
Okay, that's fine.
All right.
That's fine.
You should have took off your shoes and put it in the seat next to his
Stop taking your shoes off places, people. Airplanes, no. Movie theaters, keep them on.
But that was my seat. I paid for it.
Why'd you pay for an extra seat? Did you intentionally do it for a buffer?
Erica was coming, but she had a really bad migraine and would have made it through the movie. So I decided not to return it so I could have the buffer.
Okay. I got you.
So it wasn't the intent, but it was my intent. after I was presented the choice.
You know what? I kind of thought of one that's kind of a stupid one, but I thought it would be always fun to do because every time I go to sporting events, I think it's the coolest thing to be one of those guys that's got one of those T-shirt guns that fires them into the audience.
Yeah.
And just go around, like, just see people, make people happy by them fighting for T-shirts and just, seeing the crowd go wild because you got a T-shirt gun you're firing at them.
Oh, Ken, I always wanted to catch the T-shirt from the T-shirt gun. I don't think I ever caught it.
How about being at a stadium with the T-shirt gun, but you're actually launching live grenades, and they go to catch it, and it's just boom. That's great because they don't realize that, like, they're like happy, and then the moment sets in, they're like, oh no, and then there's just body parts everywhere.
Yeah, and then I drive up and mow them all down in my Jeep.
And then I go streaking.
You can make a grenade into a gender reveal bomb.
It's a boy.
It's a boy, and you're all dead.
Oh man. Oh man.
Well, I don't know if this was a miss, but I liked hearing some of the dark things that you guys have done, like choking out a deer is on my list now. I'm pumped that I know this about Lance now.
Okay. I'm just gonna throw out an idea. Maybe it'll spark something in somebody. But like as a kid, and I know me and Blake used to do this, we go out to the ocean and stuff, and you try to see a huge wave, and you'd be like, you just want to stand there and just like take it, right? And see if you can stand and like, because you're probably gonna get destroyed no matter what. But like, is there any like natural disasters, like a tornado or something that you'll be okay, but like you kind of want to be like, man, that'd be
like
cool,
riding
like,
a tornado,
tidal wave,
absolutely,
or something crazy, right?
Avalanche. I want to be right next to an avalanche, or maybe go down the back of one, or be really close to one.
No.
Or if I was in some sort of protective hut where I could watch it, and then I could safely walk out of the top and have all the fresh powder. But yeah,
like a snow avalanche or a mud avalanche?
I thought it was I think you meant a snow avalanche.
I meant snow.
Like a snow avalanche or a mud avalanche?
Snow. Oh my God, I don't want to be a part of a mud avalanche. What are you, nuts, Ken? A snow one, a pretty white snow. What do you mean a mud avalanche? No one survives a mud avalanche, Ken.
That's a mudslide.
Yeah, that's just death in
a protective bubble. That's complete.
Oh yeah, you're right. We are talking about protective. I just said I was going to be in a protective hut in an avalanche, and then Ken says a mud one. I'm like, you idiot! You're going to die in that.
How about hang gliding through a tornado?
No. Oh wait, if you can make it through.
What about surfing a tidal wave?
Oh my gosh,
that would be awesome! Surfing a tidal wave,
like a tsunami.
Yeah.
Yes, dude. Like you're catching 10 on the top of a tsunami.
But there's almost no, like, is there any way you could survive that? Because like wherever it's crashing, like there's just, it's going to recede. Like there's just no.
No, it's.
I mean, obviously, if you're saying, but I would love to if I'm like
I'm in a protective bubble.
See again, you go back to the protective bubble. Yes, if that's it.
Okay, I have a real scenario. Okay, forget about the protective bubble.
Okay.
First of all, okay, so you're getting ready to ride said tsunami. Okay, but hold on. Your harness.
I got the tsunami. I got to get my wet guard on. All right, go. My rash guard is on.
You're harnessed to a helicopter. So, like, the second you would fall off, it would just take you off. Would you do it?
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be awesome.
Why can't you just have a jetpack?
Because he said realistic.
That'd be awesome.
Realistic. Yeah.
He started this sentence off with something realistic. And if you don't think a helicopter towing you on a cable through a tsunami is realistic, Blade, then this conversation is not for you. Because that happens every day.
I can hit the release button in the surf where, the helicopter pulls me up.
Come on. I was trying to throw out something.
What about cliff diving into the ocean?
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I can't. One, I don't do good with heights, and two, like, because even if you said everything around you is like 100 feet deep and there's no rocks, I still wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I used to cliff dive in Sedona. It's freaking crazy,
dude. I did a bunch of that when I was in the Coast Guard, and if you land weird,
Point?
Oh, sorry,
is that in Arizona?
It's up in Sedona, between Sedona and Flagstaff. Grasshopper Point. It's a place you can go cliff diving. It just sits right off the Was it the 60? What's the freeway that goes between Flagstaff and Sedona?
It's is it the
89? Is it the 87 or 89?
Yeah, it goes right next to the 17.
Yes,
and it goes down really deep in the caverns. Yeah,
it's beautiful. There's a place called Grasshopper Point. You turn off and you drive about 5 minutes in, and there's these great cliffs. You can dive into bodies of water. It's freaking awesome.
That's terrifying.
Scary as shit.
Yeah.
Because I remember the first time I did it, I didn't realize how deep the water hole was.
It was wrong. It's the 89
down. Like you go down like feet first, so you don't like kill yourself with your head. But I went down further than I've ever been in my life. And I'm going, I gotta swim up fast, because if I don't swim up fast, I'm done. And you just swim up as fast as you can, and you just realize what the depth of the water is, and start doing shit like cannonballs rather than straight in. And you just kind of have a good day and hope you survive. That's it too. It was like I was a lot more daring between the ages of 16 and 22 than I am now.
Yeah, because you're dumb as hell. Yeah.
Exactly. But it was fun. The water wasn't too cold either. It was really kind of crazy, but it was a lot of fun.
See, you were jumping into stuff off of the freeway. By the way, it was the 89. It's right in between Sedona and the 17. You're doing that, and Ken has Fight Club with deer. So, I mean, really, at this point, I don't see a big of a difference. See, now he's not laughing anymore. Lance is like, okay, enough with the deer things. I wish I didn't say it. By the way, I think that a big deer would take you in a second, by the way.
Did you guys ever go tubing down the Salt River?
No, that is that is so dirty. People are pissing and
it is gross,
puking and
once again, this is senior year of high school. This is not when we're smart, between the ages of 16 and 22.
Yeah.
Remember senior ditch day, we went to down the Salt River, and unfortunately, I didn't realize we're at the last checkpoint. And my friends are going, dude, this is the last checkpoint. What are you doing way up there? And I'm going, oh shit. And so I was on the other side of the river type of thing, where there's a little island over there by the last checkpoint of the Salt River. And I'm going, I'm not going to be able to push my way over because the current was too strong. So me stupidly try getting out of the tube and swimming it over to the other side. The current takes the tube, and I'm kind of there in the water going, oh crap, which way do I go? And so I go to the island because it was closer, and I look at my feet, and it's so cold, the water there, that rocks. My feet were cutting against rocks, and I had bloody feet walking on the island of the rocks across from where your last checkpoint is. And I'm going to myself like that, what the hell do I do here? So I'm just going to try swimming across the current. I try swimming across the current. The current starts taking me, and I just go like this, coffin style, and say, okay, wherever this takes me, it's been a nice life. And luckily the current took me over to the other side, and I had to walk back like half a mile to the last checkpoint. I don't know what you're supposed to do. It was the scariest moment of my life, dude. I wish I was making it up, but that's probably the closest near-death experience I've ever had.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, dude, because you're on your back, and so, you know what I mean? You hope the current takes you to a side. I was thinking to myself, worst case scenario, I'll make it to the dam. But luckily the current took me to the left, to the side where it was actually land, and I had to walk back like about a half mile to get back to the checkpoint and meet friends. Stupid crazy, but yeah, it did happen, dude.
That is crazy.
That's why I don't go tubing anymore.
Yeah, that water's rough.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. I don't know. I said too, I'm lucky I survived, but that was probably, I said too, the most near-death experience I ever had, and never went tubing after that again.
And it's really dirty in there. So if anyone lives in Arizona considering going, it is really, really, really dirty. Please do not do it.
Yeah, for real. There's a weird thing, by the way, on Salt River. People just bring, and I've only gone and done it once when I was kayaking, and you bring marshmallows. And that's there's a gimmick, and it's been like that for about 10 years, and you throw marshmallows in the water.
This was back in 1991, 92.
Yeah, well.
I don't know. So maybe it's like a newer gimmick.
Speaking of water stuff, I would love to go scuba diving.
Oh, that'd be cool. Mm-hmm.
I have 0.0% interest in scuba diving.
Really?
Really?
Nope. I hate anything underwater. It scares me too much now as an adult. I used to surf, and now I see water, and I'm like, screw that. There's sharks and whales underneath there that want to eat me.
Oh no, I don't want to be anywhere near where sharks could potentially be, but like, I just want to see some like pretty coral reefs and then get out.
Cutesy stuff.
Yeah.
No
I don't want to be like
nothing that's gonna sting
no.
you.
Yeah.
No.
None of that.
No
nonsense.
box jellyfish that's gonna kill me.
Swim with octopus. Yeah.
Nah.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Everyone shut up. What about getting in the cage with a great white shark around you? Who's going to do it and who's not? I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I don't think I need to get in a cage with a great white shark and try to play friends with it.
Wait, so you're saying you're going to do it without the cage, Ken? That's ballsy.
I would have to see the cage.
A typical shark cage.
No, I have to see it in person.
In the cage, I'm on the outside of the cage.
Oh,
like in Jaws.
Ken thought you meant you're locked in a cage with the shark.
Ken, can I ask, what in the hell? Have you ever seen Jaws or Shark Week? Or who puts the shark in a cage?
I go, why are you in a cage with the shark, dude?
What is this? Okay, so my topic ended up being the greatest thing of all time because Ken thought I meant trapping him in a cage with a... Sarah, you gotta hear what Ken thought. That is insane. No, I mean you in the cage and the shark on the outside, like what you see on.
Oh, I see. TV. Yeah, I would do that. That wouldn't be bad.
Oh.
If I'm in the cage and the shark's out on the outside, yeah, dude.
I'm not.
Yeah, you're down.
I'm not.
I have no interest in that.
I would have to see the cage, the physical cage that I'm going to be in, and to know.
You want to feel it and see.
And I have to see who's pulling me up.
That's true.
See who's pulling. Well, if it's
like if he looks like some schmuck, like I don't trust you, like to pull me up.
Okay.
There's no qualifications for doing this type of shark trick.
There's no schooling for that.
These are the qualifiers. But I hope it's not unrealistic. I would love to like octopus is one of my favorite animals. Like I would love to swim with
I just watched an episode of Ancient Aliens about octopuses. And they're like half alien.
They're okay.
They are definitely alien.
They're fascinating. They're fascinating.
Brains, and they can split their own DNA, Blade. Weirdest thing of all time.
They can detach their arms and stuff. Like they're crazy.
Octopus, jellyfish, and bananas are from different worlds.
Bananas?
And bananas.
Cool. All right, so I should be watchful for the next time I'm in the produce section. What are we talking about anymore? Between you saying bananas are a risk and Ken thinking I meant put him in a cage with a shark, this is bizarre.
What are you doing? That is bold, dude. Like, you're going to try to harness the shark and ride it like
he watches too much wrestling. He thought it was a cage match. Like Ken Brown versus the shark.
Wait,
yeah, dude.
But because there used to be like people fighting animals. Like that used to be a thing. Like people used to wrestle bears or whatever.
Well, that UFC fighter wrestled a bear. There was a video of him doing it.
Right. So like, I think it would be kind of fun to fight a kangaroo.
Dude, those guys kick your ass.
Oh, hell
dude.
Yeah.
Kangaroos are badass, dude. They don't mess around with you, dude.
I destroy a kangaroo.
Man, dude.
I destroy a kangaroo.
I would hope so, dude.
And then I would eat it. I would tell them, like, listen, if I win this fight, I'm having some kangaroo burgers.
You don't. And we've eaten kangaroo together, and Lance.
I've never had kangaroo.
Yes, you did. It destroyed you. Yes, you did.
Especially if they have a Joey in the pouch, dude.
You all
Mama
texted me.
The Joey, that kangaroos.
Oof. Oh no, Joe, no babies. And baby needs to be hidden.
Lance, remember
just so we're clear,
kangaroo.
I want to fight a kangaroo.
And the kangaroo beat up Lance from the inside. So I think that's kangaroo.
Yeah,
one,
remember
Lance
we got it. We
so
made
far.
the kangaroo burgers. We got it from Sprouts.
I think you're just remembering somebody else. You must have had another brother.
Drew was there. I'm pretty sure you were there too. You didn't have the kangaroo with us? No. Everyone got sick except for me.
I would remember that, I feel like.
When we did the Disney Infinity show, one of the hosts was from Melbourne, and he was talking about the insane crap that's in Australia in his backyard, and he used to send us pictures. Spiders the size of your hand, he just was like, nothing, just get off. Kangaroos, they straight up tell you, just run them over if you can. Like, they will harass you. Yeah, no, it's like, they're like, nope, they're too many. They will come into your house. They will kick through windows. And if they see a person, they come up and they like will bite you, but also kick you and punch you. Like, they're wild. So I would love to see that. I just want to see, are you taping your hands, or are you just like, are you bare knuckling this thing?
No,
like
I'm bare knuckling. Yeah. No, I'm just, this is it.
Come on. You got to tape your hands.
Nah.
Oh man, I
Let's
think you're
do it.
getting wrecked by a kangaroo.
Nope.
Lance.
First
I'm
of all,
pretty positive you're getting your ass kicked.
there's actually, I actually already know there's ways to take out kangaroos. You're supposed
Wait,
to knock them
what
on
is
their
happening?
side.
What is happening?
You're
You gotta
supposed to
be in a
knock them
tree
on their
first to
side.
watch them hop by. You gotta
you
wait
knock
in
them
a
on their
tree.
side,
wait
it's
for
like
them to hop
over.
by. Yeah, you gotta wait for it in a tree and wait.
Yeah, you just got in a tree. You gotta land on it, and then you kick his ass.
You guys wouldn't fight, and there's no animals that you'd want to fight or wrestle or something like wrestle a bear. Or
Well,
like
okay,
that?
I wasn't gonna say this. My second middle name is Thorburn, which is Norse for thunder bear. So I thought it was only appropriate that I hunt a bear at some point. So that is actually something I really want to do.
Okay, but you guys wouldn't want to wrestle like a trained bear or like a trained kangaroo or something like that, like some
I
type
would-
of trained animal.
As close as I would come would be wrestling Blade's tiny dog. I like that dog, and he would probably win. But a freaking bear?
I'm not talking about like a full grown like usually if they do like you're wrestling a bear, you're wrestling like a 5 foot like not fully grown bear. Like it's not like it's some 7-8 foot Kodiak bear that's gonna just rip you in half in 2 seconds.
I have no interest in fighting any animal. I have a monkey. No,
No, not a monkey.
Monkeys are just gross. I mean,
What
Yeah,
about
but
arm
also you have that
wrestling and
weird-
orangutan?
nah, hell no. They're in the monkey family.
Too strong.
Never gonna happen.
Box
Yeah.
a kangaroo.
Yeah, that'd be as close as I get. Maybe a giraffe.
a giraffe.
Giraffes
How
are
are you gonna
scary.
fight a giraffe?
I just said the most random animal I could think
Their
of.
tongues
Sorry.
are blue and like 17 inches long.
The tree, try to reach what they're reaching in the tree.
Have you ever
Yeah,
seen
choke out a
giraffes
giraffe,
fight each other?
Lance.
It's terrifying.
Yes, and they
Oh,
wrap
it
their
is.
heads around each
And
other.
they're
It's
like just-
weird, man.
Just bang each other with their heads. And like, no,
Yeah.
I don't want anything to do
Very
with that.
Nah.
Welcome to Nightcap Chat, National
Sponsored
Geographic
by
edition.
PETA.
Yeah, okay. We're gonna start getting hate mail.
From PETA?
Yeah.
Saying that they would literally, dear Nightcap Chat, FYI, Lance would lose against a deer. XOXO PETA. That's what they would say. Well, all right. Well, I've got nothing else. I hope this wasn't too derailing, but no one shares my enthusiasm for driving cars through shit. I thought that would be a really easy one.
Oh, you know
Everyone wanted
what? Remember Knight Rider? Of course, you always get a Knight Rider reference. I always wanted to see if I could drive a car through a wall and not just have the car smash. The wall actually break down. Because
what about driving through it?
Wise, you're just gonna slam your car and it's gonna collapse because that's the way cars are built now. So you have to get like a pretty old car that would have to
well
at least
built.
get enough speed to get through that wall because no car would do it today. So you got to find like some kind of car that's
like a Honda
strong
Civic.
enough to crash through a wall.
I've always wanted to drive a car through a mall.
A mall?
Nice.
Not,
You mean like,
right?
yes, I know
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh my
Better than
gosh.
wall.
No, because sometimes they have them parked downstairs and it's like, hey, enter to win this. It'd be fun to drive that around. I always want to rollerblade full speed through the inside of a mall.
That'd be cool.
But driving, yeah. But Ken, to your point, driving through a gate. Like,
Yes.
did you ever see that
Cool
stupid
thing.
movie with Ashton Kutcher, Just Married? And he's at the very end, he's like, I'm ramming the gate! And he backs his Barracuda up and he drives through and it just stops him and he's like, God, that was a strong gate. Like,
Yes.
I can see doing that. I want to try that. Anything with a car, I'll try doing. I want to try it all.
Honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, anything that has to involve like a mall, I feel like doing paintball in a mall
Oh, nice.
sounds awesome.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You get like 20 people on each team and you just run through like malls and stuff and just like that'd be fun. Laser tag or something like that. You know what I mean?
That'd be awesome.
You guys reminded me of something I did do, and I'm interested in seeing if you guys are interested in doing this. I have pictures too. I may or may not was involved in a music video shoot, and we may or may not have made it into a condemned building that was falling apart, and I may or may not have ran through one of the walls.
Nice. Did you?
Is it when you were in the Nicki Minaj video, right?
Yeah, that's what it was. You know, I'm a stupid.
Wait,
hoe.
and you ran through a wall? Like,
It was like there
Wait,
was
wait,
already
wait,
a hole in it,
wait.
but the like hole like from like your waist up was still intact. So I just ran through it like the juggernaut.
your
you know?
body, you just
Like
you
weekend
steamrolled
drywall?
right through
Yeah.
it.
Nice.
Drywall?
Mhm.
Kind of satisfying.
Yeah, it was pretty satisfying.
I would like to look back at the hole you just made. like when you get through and you're pulling all of it off.
I've got the photos. So like,
kind of like that.
I've always wanted to do that. That and jumping through glass, like a glass window.
Oh, a plate glass window would be good. So here's the last one I'll bring up that they brought up on that show is they all said how wildly unrealistic it is, but being blown to safety. You know, like when you're on the outside of an explosion where the fire's not going to burn you, but it's BOOM! It blows you either into a pond or into a snowbank or through a window. You know, being blown to safety where you're safe when you land and you didn't get the actual explosion ripping you to
But you got the
shockwave
aftershock,
you to the side. Yeah, so blown to safety.
Yeah, I would want to do that 100%.
What'd you say, Ken?
Like you got the launching effect, almost like being trampolined out of an explosion type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be cool.
You ever fishtailed into a snowbank?
Not into a snowbank.
I've
I-17.
I've definitely fishtailed many times in my life, but
this was it's like, I remember coming down like from a camping trip with my dad back in high school, and he hit some black ice and the car spun into the snowbank. Didn't even fishtail. I guess fishtail is not the right term, but actually I remember it spinning at least once and us landing in the snowbank and having to push the car back out of the snowbank.
Yeah. Wow. The 17 could be dangerous. There's like no rails on some parts of that.
I'm saying, dude, it's like luckily it wasn't anything worse. The car didn't flip, luckily. Yeah. It just spun, and my dad tried to correct, and it landed in the snowbank.
Yeah, it's such a dangerous freeway.
Crazy.
You listening, Arizona?
Yeah. You hear this? ADOT?
Useless.
Can't even make an exit.
Yep.
Blade, what's our joke? You can hypersonic vaccines, but you can't put a light at...
You can't put on...
Damn, I just saw that post the other day when I was scrolling through it, and I still laugh so hard. It's an inside joke, but anyway.
Unbelievable.
Right.
Anything else? Anyone else got any other ideas?
Tapped out.
No, I'm scared if I say anything else I get picked on, so...
Oh, no, now you gotta say it.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
The deer population is just waiting for this episode to drop.
Yeah, there's too many of them. You can like either in Pennsylvania, you can kill them all year round with no limits.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, this episode's chopped.
And I think that's about all the time we have for today. This is
one more though. Speaking of Australia, can I do one more for Australia?
I don't know how this is going to end. I'm not sure this episode will end.
Okay.
What
if you could chuck a boomerang at a kangaroo, knock him out, and the boomerang just comes back to you?
Oh, that'd be awesome. Like Captain America with a boomerang.
Yeah,
Captain
dude.
Boomerang.
Captain Boomerang.
Captain Australia? Captain Australia, right? That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
A vibranium boomerang. I love it. Someone mute Ken before he says one more Australian thing. Let's go.
One more thing. And I think that's about all the time we have left for this episode of Nonsense. We're at Nightcap Chat on social media. We haven't been using it, so I mean, you can follow us or not.
Sounds good.
I do got one for Halloween. I got a joke, an Australian joke I just came up with.
Oh, boy.
What's really scary in Australia?
Everything.
A kangaroo.
Oh.
I can only deal with so much.
Oh, wow. That was bad. And you can catch our jokes next episode. Maybe we'll bring some more Halloween puns. I don't remember how we...
I've been doing that for 20 years now. I just had to throw one in there.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. I don't remember our rotation for this. Is it Ken next for our wrap-up?
I have no idea.
What?
Ken, you're next.
You can catch me at Drana Comics if you're still interested in talking to me and all my bad jokes at 5801 West Glendale Avenue in Glendale, Arizona, and at Facebook, Instagram, and sometimes Twitter. And we thank you guys for your support. And we have our Halloween Comic Festival coming up October 22nd. There'll be a lot of free comics, artists, crafts, and fun with us at the store and at Velvet Sieg Library from 5 to 8 p.m. on Saturday, October 22nd. And I thank you for letting me do this plug.
And you can catch me on Instagram and Twitch at Tales of Lance, where you can watch me potentially jump on the backs of deer. Who knows?
If that happens, I am fully on board.
Yes, 110%. We need to YouTube that.
And I got nothing. Go follow Blade, Lance, and Ken. They do more important stuff than I do.
What? Dude,
nothing to do anymore.
Milky Way appraisal videos make my day every time I watch
I haven't done a decent one in forever. Although I did do one that got 35,000 views in the first day.
You did the 35,000 Unicorse, and that was great.
Unicorn, thank you. See, very few people got that joke.
I feel like I haven't even seen your posts. I feel like they must have fallen off my feed or something.
Yeah, I haven't done any in a while, but I did one the other day with these weird birds that jump off of cliffs, and they just bounce down the side of cliffs, and then they survive. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen, so I posted that with Free Fallin' as the song, as shtick as it can get, and I said list prices in Buckeye, Arizona, and it has 35,000 views.
That's hysterical. Wow. The last thing I remember seeing you posting was that beat up car for curb appeal, and like I was just so filled with anger.
Yeah,
like I
that's in the neighborhood right next to yours.
Really?
So,
oh, that was infuriating.
Yeah.
And you can catch all my nonsense as a producer and voice actor on Instagram and Twitter, Blade O'Neill, all one word, and Blade O'Neill VO on Facebook. But we appreciate you all taking the time to listen. We love you. Be safe. And we'll catch you all next time.
Later.
Thank you, everybody.
Have a good week.